Good day to you. Welcome to Hug Nation Live. This is a daily practice of gratitude and connection. Some days it is a explosion of song and light and laughter, and some days it's just a practice of trying to find a little bit of good to focus on. Today, I think it will be closer to the latter, as I woke up in a little bit of a mood. But what a great opportunity to practice and see what there is to be grateful for. Oh. I'm grateful that I have weaned myself today. I just had a half, no, 1 cup of half decaf. That's what I'm drinking today. And I'm grateful that I was able to get um, what do they call it? A shot for my shoulder. And that's healing. And I'm grateful that the thing I had like a big, big bump on my head that maybe was caused by an ingrown hair. I don't know, but it's slowly decreasing in size. It's less painful now, so I'm grateful that it's less painful now. And I will continue to look for things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I had some moments, some really beautiful moments of holding my beloved in bed this morning before getting up. And I'm grateful that when I got up, my body worked well enough that I was able to do a little half-mile walk and that my body's functioning and it's a beautiful day. I'm grateful that I've got air conditioning because today looks like it's going to be 90 degrees in San Diego. A little flourish of heat today. Good morning, Gerbot. Thank you for being here. It's good to see you. And hopefully, well, not hopefully, maybe, possibly, others will join us for today. I've got no hopefully. There's no agenda. There's no magic number. If it's just you and I, Gerbot, that is perfect. That is a beautiful opportunity to have a little gratitude practice. As I said, it's going to be a little bit of a shorter one today because I'm not don't got the best attitude today. Gerbot says, grateful for my hairstylist I've had for a quarter century. That is some intimacy. Awesome. Oh boy. I'm grateful that Lisa made herself some cacao this morning and had a little extra. And so I just had a little cacao, which I guess does have a little caffeine in it. So my half calf coffee plus 1 half cup of cacao. Good morning, GAM, or good day, whatever it is for you. I'm grateful for my unintentional Forrest Gump runner Halloween costume that I got on today. I feel like anytime I put on a baseball hat, I feel like I've got the Forrest Gump running across the country costume. I wonder if I should look it up. I wonder if there's like a special T-shirt that I could wear that would make it work. Short shorts, running shoes, and I think he had like a windbreaker. I think that was the look. That's just my memory. I'll have to look it up. Kurt says, my dad also gets a shot for his shoulder, which has helped him out a lot. Grateful for modern medicine. What cortisone? That's what it's called. And I've had massive good experiences with cortisone, and the trick is, or the important thing is that you don't do it too frequently. But I talked to the doc, and he said you had a shot here in 2019, so that's long enough to get another one. So I'm like, all right. So it was really sore right after the shot, and now it's been 2 days, so it's starting to feel better. And then maybe in another couple of days, Who knows? I might even be able to do a push-up. Garrett says, grateful for life and boxes of chocolate. You never know. I'm grateful that I haven't even, I'm still on a no dessert plan, which it's not super strict. I'll have granola and yogurt, and I'll have uh, fruit. Like, but I have like I've been pretty good. Like Lisa sometimes will have a square of dark chocolate after a meal, and she's good about having a square of dark chocolate, but I'm not. So if I start having chocolate, I want a bar or a lot of it. So I've just tried to not have desserts, and I'm on I think over 2 months that I've had been doing no desserts, with one exception of a wedding cake. I had a slice of wedding cake, and I don't. On a separate health positive thing, I was given, occasionally I struggle with this like eczema, r- flaky itchiness that comes and goes in waves. And I thought it was tied to dairy, but then even without dairy, it comes and goes, not as bad. And I was given a treatment from the doctor that at first I was like, oh no, it's like a sulfur plus something else thing. And it makes my beard smell like sulfur for 4 days. And so I was really hesitant because I've got a woman that I love and I want her to enjoy kissing me. But it really seemed to have worked. So if I wash with that stuff, a couple times a week, it seems to I've had zero flare-ups since they gave me that medicine. That's worth it. Like, if my face is itchy and irritated, that is so hard for me to be in a good mood when I just feel itchiness. And that was happening pretty frequently. So I'm super grateful for a treatment that seems to be working, even if it's got not my favorite smell. And as Lisa said, she goes, I'm starting to associate the smell of sulfur with the smell of love. Isn't she great? And me too, actually. Like it's can't argue with comfort. If that's what comfort smells like, hey, I'll take it. Anyone else want to share any gratitudes before we head out into our day? This is going to be a brief little check-in, but if you've got something to share, I'd love to hear it. Good morning, Natasha. Natasha says, good morning from 32-degree Albuquerque. I'm grateful for no ankle pain again this morning on my jog. Woohoo! And grateful to myself for listening to myself. Beautiful. Right on. 32 degrees. Wow. It was 62, but we're expecting it to be 90 today. So we've got like I have it set to the AC to turn on when it gets over 72. So try to keep it cool in the house. We're all closed up trying to keep our chill. Well, it looks like it's a little over. I hope you feel warmer, and I hope we stay cool. And I hope I haven't really been following, but apparently there's some terrible weather around the world, and I'm wishing safety for all. I think Gerbot's awe was the sulfur is the smell of love. That was a awe. I think you're right. Anyone else want to share any more gratitudes? I'm going to share one thing that just eased I'm trying to take the political news lightly and not try to obsess and freak out. And one of the things that I've gotten in trouble by is, there was the No Kings March, and I was in a conversation or argument with someone who is like, that's such a it's so ignorant to think that that's even that makes no sense, no kings. And I'm like, well, there's legitimate conversations about a third term, and Bannon is saying there will be a third term Trump, and so there's a movement to basically change the Constitution, and that's a scary thought. And if you're talking about the no kings, one of the things that the fear about a king is that it's the collapse of the Constitution. And when you have any administration that is willing to make the Constitution more and more flexible, that is straying from democracy towards dictatorship or theocracy, something. And okay, so there's the third term thing that was really freaking me out and making me scared. And I saw a meme yesterday that was like, Obama needs to make an announcement saying that, hey, if we're going to make it, I'd be interested in running for a third term if we're going to make that a possibility. And I was like, whoa, now that would be interesting. What if if we're going to have a collapse of the Constitution, I'd rather Obama be at the helm. All right, so I'm grateful for how little thoughts and ideas can take the mind from fear into hope. Natasha says, I'm enjoying the sweet spot between needing AC and needing heat. That's the dream. Natasha says, I'm grateful you introduced me to Grandpa Caleb way back when, and this continued practice of Heg Nation. Me too. And I'm grateful that I am here today with you. About an hour ago, I was quite convinced that the best thing for me would be to stay in bed and not come here for Hug Nation Live, but I'm glad that I'm here. And I'm glad to have heard gratitude and shared gratitude. And if I want to go back to bed after this, that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But at least I went for a walk and I got to connect with you here. Yep. Oh, and I'm grateful that looks like the video from the chorus performance in Monterey is done. That I'm downloading it right now. So I'm grateful I got to check that out. That'd be fun. And with that, wherever you are, I welcome you to give yourself a hug and feel ourselves connected in this embrace. Feel ourselves magnifying the gratitude of one another, feeling that expansive awareness of beautiful humans around the world, feeling just these little details of life, from haircuts to weather to temperatures to physical runs and ailments, just knowing that we are experiencing the world individually, but also collectively. I find so much comfort in that. So let's feel that connection in this moment as we take a deep breath in and squeeze. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of us here, thanks for being here for Hug Nation Live. Have a beautiful day. Love you, and I hope to see you tomorrow. High Noon says, I want y'all to know you're awesome. I'm glad you're here. Much love.